Hello folks, this is me again, Crazy Sylvie from Germany, and I have a new knitting pattern for you. It is false cables, so don't panic, it's absolutely easy and you can knit it as a beginner because you only need to know how you knit stitches and purl stitches. And the false cable comes out with a double decrease, and so this is really pretty easy. And there are several possibilities to knit false cables. One possibility is this one, and if you want to know how you knit this and how this works, then watch on and stay tuned. Okay, for my false cables we need of course yarn and needles. I take my Crazy Surprise sock yarn, which is a classic sock yarn with 420 meters on 100 grams. So it's a 4-ply sock yarn, and I use my ID Crazy Trio. In the US it's called Flexi Flips for my sock needles. Of course you can take any sock yarn or any sock needles that you want to, and it works. So I have prepared something which is a ribbing, and my ribbing this time is 2 knit stitches and 1 purl stitch. 2 knit stitches, 1 purl stitches all across, and I did this for 13 rounds. And after these 13 rounds I have knitted our repeat, and our repeat is a repeat of 6 stitches, so your work has to have a multiple of 6 stitches. And I have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 knit stitches and 1 purl stitch. This is the repeat, 5 knit stitches and 1 purl stitches, and I've knitted this for 2 more rounds. And now we can start with our false cables. And I want to start with my false cables to the left side. Of course you can do them to the right side and you can do them to the left side. So we start with the left side. For knitting it to the left side, I make a knit stitch into the back loop of the second stitch. As you can see, I grabbed my second stitch and I pull the loop through my second stitch, and I have my new loop here, and I have my 2 stitches still on my left needle, and now I knit these 2 stitches together through the back loop. So I again have 2 stitches, but they have changed. The first one now is the second one now is the first one, and it's still elastic because we double knitted these 2 stitches. And now I can knit my remaining 3 knit stitches, and I knit my purl stitch. So this is already the repeat for a false cable to the left. To make it to the right, I start with 3 knit stitches, 1, 2, 3, as you can see, and now I knit my last 2 knit stitches together, keep them on the needle, and I separate them, and I knit my first stitch again. So as you can see, the second one is now the first one, and the first one is now the second one, and my purl stitch, and then again the cable to the left. So I knit my second stitch through the back loop and keep the stitches on the needle, and then I knit 2 stitches together through the back loop and have my 2 stitches here again, and then I knit 3 knit stitches, the purl stitch and the cable to the right again, 3 knit stitches, and then knit 2 together, keep them on the needle and knit the first stitch again. So this is it. And we finished this needle with the cable to the left, which is knit the second stitch first through the back loop, knit the two together through the back loop, and then take them off the needle and knit the rest of the stitches as they appear. So now you do your cables on the other needle as well, and then you knit one round in between, and in the round in between you keep the repeat of knit 5, purl 1 all across, and when you finish the round in between we have a date here again. Okay, I've knitted my round in between, and this is what it looks like now, and you can see the stitch going to the left side here. And now we go on with our pattern. For my false cable to the left, I first started with knitting the second stitch and then knit the two together. And now we just go on like this, but we knit the first stitch, and then you see the second stitch here, which is the wanderer, and the wanderer is going straight to the left. So that means we have the wanderer stitch first, and then we take the second stitch and knit the second stitch through the back loop, and then we knit the two stitches together through the back loop, and you can see our stitch wandering to the left. Then we have two knit stitches left, and we have a purl stitch, and then the same to the right. We start with two knit stitches because we knit to one stitch before the wandering stitch, and then we knit them together, and we knit the first stitch again. So this one is going to the right side, and then there's one knit stitch left, and we have the purl stitch. Again to the left side, one knit stitch, second stitch through the back loop, and knit the two stitches together through the back loop, knit 2, purl 1, the one to the right, knit 2, knit 2 together, knit the first stitch again, and we have one knit stitch left and the purl stitch. And the last one to the left, one knit stitch, knitting the second through the back loop, knitting the first two stitches together, knit 2, purl 1. So you can see the false cables appear, and now we knit, of course, our other needle, and we knit again one round in between, which is always the same. It is always knit 5, purl 1. And when I finished it, we have a date here again. Okay, you can see our cables appear a little better now, and we go on. We started in the round before with one knit stitch, and now we knit 2 knit stitches, and you can see after the second stitch there is our wanderer stitch, and that wants to go consequently left. So I knit the second stitch through the back loop, and I knit these 2 stitches together through the back loop, and I knit the last of the 5, and this is what it is now. Then one purl stitch. To go to the right, I start with one knit stitch, and here's my wanderer stitch, and that wants to go together with the stitch on the right next to it. So we knit them 2 together, and we knit the first stitch again. So this is it, and there are 2 knit stitches left. And then again 1, 2 knit stitches, the second one through the back loop, knit the 2 together through the back loop, and 1 knit stitch, 1 purl stitch to the right, 1 knit stitch, knit 2 together, come on, and knit the first stitch again, and we have 2 knit stitches left, and then we have the purl stitch, and the last one to the left, 2 knit stitches, knit the second one to the left, and then knit the 2 together, and then knit 1, purl 1. So this is what it looks like now, and I knit my round in between, and after that round we have one more pattern round to go, and then you already know the full repeat. Okay, one more pattern round to go. As you can see, our wandering stitches go, one goes to the left and the other one goes to the right. So we start again with 1, 2, and now it's 3 knit stitches, and we have our double stitch, which is knit the second through the back loop, and then knit them 2 together through the back loop, and so the left turn is done, and then knit 1, knit these 2 together, knit the first stitch again, and we have 3 more knit stitches, and then we have the purl, and we go on with 3 knit stitches, knit the second through the back loop, knit them 2 together through the back loop, here we go, then purl 1, and then the right turn, it's of course the right turn, it's knit 2 together and knitting the first stitch again. 3 knit stitches are left and 1 purl stitch, and then we have the last turn to the left side, which is 3 knit stitches, and then knitting the second through the back loop, knit the 2 together through the back loop, and purl 1. And this is our complete repeat. Of course, we knit again 1 round in between, and then we meet again because I want to show you the beginning of the next repeat. And this is already our little false cables pattern. Okay, I knitted my rounds in between, and now we just start our repeat from the very beginning. So this is what we did before already. We start with, for the left false cable, we start with knitting the second stitch through the back loop, knit the 2 stitches together, through the back loop, and then knit 3, and then purl 1, and for the right turn we have to start with 3 knit stitches, and then knit 2 together and knit the first stitch again, purl 1, and then to the left, knit the second stitch through the back loop, knit 2 stitches together through the back loop, take them off and knit 3, and purl 1, and then for the right one again, 1, 2, 3 knit stitches, knit 2 together, knit the first stitch again, and then purl 1, knit the second through the back loop, knit 2 together through the back loop, and then knit the last 3 and purl 1. Okay, and as you can see, we are starting our wandering stitches again, and they are wandering to the right or to the left. And this is what it is, and you knit 1 round in between, and this makes our pattern. Of course, you can also only knit false cables to the left, or you knit only false cables to the right. This is your choice. This is the pattern that you make. This is just a suggestion. So I hope you like my little video, and I hope you liked my explanation, and I hope my English was not too bad. So if you liked it, then please leave a thumbs up and recommend me to a friend. And I hope to see you in my next tutorial again. And of course, you don't miss that tutorial when you subscribe to my channel.